Hello everyone. So till the previous videos we had a small discussion about the static anode characteristics of the thyristor, gate characteristic of thyristor, and turning off mechanism and different mechanisms to how to make the VCR on and off. So in the force commutation we had a discussion about the natural and the force commutation. So in the force commutation we need to classify here of the different classes, the class A, B, C, D, E, F. So we'll be discussing about those things in this video. So first we'll discuss about the body member class A commutation. So we say by the name class A, actually this comes under the natural commutation method, but after class B to F it comes under the force commutation method. So as the name suggested, it's a self commutation by the presence of the resonant load. So as we say, there's a self commutation, resonant communication, or a load commutation. So in this type of a commutation, the source commutation voltage is in the load. Whatever we are giving it in the voltage from the source is in provided to the load there. So this load should be underdamped with the presence of RLC to the respective of the DC supply, so that the natural zero is should be obtained. The commutating L and C are connected either parallel or series with the load resistive. There is load resistance R, which will be discussing looking at the circuit diagram. We will have one more analysis on that point, so that we can have the respective SCR current, voltage, and capacitor voltage analysis. In load commutation, the capacitor C and inductor L are used as a commutating element. So what is that? As the resonance the term comes, so we have to be related it with respect to the C and L. This will be studying in detail in the network theory, where we have a resonance factor, the presence of L and the presence of C. The commutating element L and C are connected in series with the load resistance if the value of load resistance is low. So we will look at the circuit diagram for the load commutation for a low value of resistance are the next slide. If in case the load resistance is high, L is in connected with series, whereas C is disconnected across the load. So this value of load resistance and commutating components are so selected that they form a underdamped resonant circuit, so that we should produce a natural zero there. When thyristor or SR is triggered, the forward current starts flowing through it, and during this the capacitor is charged to the value of a VDC. So that's what we are giving it as an input. So that's the same thing, the capacitor will charge up to the maximum peak level of the VDC. So you can see it here. So you can see here the VDC is the supply and the SCR is connected in series in both the circuit here L. Then what is the difference here in these two circuits is that here the RL value is high, so it is connected parallel across the C, and here the RL value is less. So you can look at when the gate is triggered at this level, so that is the thing when it is going to start. This is the capacitor is going to charge up to this peak level as per the VC is directly proportional to the VDC. So whatever the total voltage has been given across the SCR is this one. The current has been increased up to this level. So this is the voltage across the SCR. So whatever the gate current is this one. This is that much amount of the gate has been supplied its current and voltage. So remaining after that the gate doesn't have any control to it. So this is the spike due to the presence of the inductor. So whatever the inductor with time to discharge, it will lead to this level, the measurement to the current of the voltage here. Here, once the capacitor has been fully charged, that's the more than the supply of the source voltage, the SCR becomes reverse biased, and hence the commutation of the device occurs. So what is happening? So as the voltage is reached to this peak level, so it starts to discharge and it will make the reverse bias circuit, and that will cause a self commutation in the circuit here. So this is the reason here the cause this self commutation here. So what is happening here, once it starts to this level and then it start to discharge here, the capacitor start to discharge and makes the reverse bias circuit here. So that time the voltage has been reduced, what is given to the SCR, so it is become the SCR gets off. So once it is reached to this zero level, that time the capacitor is ready for the next cycle of operation. The capacitor discharges to the load resistance. So that's the concept why the load resistance has been kept in the parallel for high resistance, and since low resistance it is in series. So it has to discharge like this way and it has to discharge in this way. So we differ the terminology explanation so as per our requirement. Okay. So then, so what is the role of this RMC? The timing for switching here. So how much we want to delay, the value of L and C has to be varied here. This L and C has to be varied so that this can be increased or decreased there. The turn of SCR depends on the resonance frequency. So that is nothing but again the RMC, the resonance frequency, which is related to again with respect to the L and C. So usually these are used in the series inverter for a self commutator. So automatically it has to be turned off, and it can be used up to 1 kilohertz frequency. Because the cost of circuit increases due to the higher rating of the inductor L and capacitor C at a low frequency. So that is the factor. What is here? The higher rating of the inductor and the capacitor at a low frequency. So you can use it up to the 1 kilohertz. So now we'll go into the class B commutation. So what is happening here? The L and C components are connected in parallel with SCR. They are connected in parallel. Before it was connected in series in class C. So when DC supply is applied to the circuit, the capacitor charges with an upper plate positive and lower plate negative up to the voltage level E. When SCR is triggered, the current flows into two directions. One is through the VDC, SCR, RL, VDC. Another one is the commutating current through L and C components. Okay, I'll get back to the circuit explanation once again. So first we'll understand what is the role here. So there are two types of a current flowing here, two directions actually. One is to the VDC, SCR, RL and VDC. Okay, another one is through the component commutating current through the L and C. So when SCR is on, the capacitor starts discharging. So C plus L, SCR, C negative. C plus is the upper plate positive. This one is the lower plate negative, the C one. When capacitor is fully discharged, it starts charging with the reverse polarity. Hence, the reverse voltage applied across the SCR causes the commuting current IC to oppose load current IL. So what will make when this start to discharge, so that time the IC, the commutating current, will be more. Actually, it will be startly increasing up to the load current. When IC is greater than IL, it acts as a automatically the SCR will turn off. So it has to increase its IC. So if the duration is high, it will be slowly, and if the duration is low, it will start immediately and it will make the IC greater than the IL. So this will make the IC higher than the load current automatically will turn off, and thus the capacitor start charges with the original product. Again, it will start for in this several process, the SCR is turned on for some time and then automatically turned off for some time. This is a continuous process, and the desired frequency of on and off depend again here on the LNC. This type of a commutation usually used in the chopper circuit. So this will be studying in the model 2, thus unit 2 chapter. Okay, what do you mean by this chopper circuits? So this is the circuit what I was telling. First it was charging to this one, the current flows to the plus VDC, SCR, through this one RL, and it comes to the VDC. The another current will flow through the L to C. So initially when SCR is made on, so with the interval between the SCR made on and earlier it was off to on state, that is the SCR is trying to make off to on state. In that meantime, the capacitor has been charged up to this the peak level. So when once SCR is on, the IL will start to flow here and IC will be flowing here. So once it starts to peak level, suddenly it will start to discharge. And once IL become lesser than IC, so that is what IC greater than the IL, so it will make a reverse bias circuit here, and it will cause a reverse current to flow, so it will become reverse bias. So what is the main term of reverse bias? So reverse bias transfer reverse bias to flow here. So this is again the IG, and this is the IG here. So this is the load current due to the presence of inductor. Again it will time more time to degree, and this is the voltage the current across the SCR increase decrease. So this is the charging time, this is the discharging time across the capacitor. So this is what the time the SCR will make. So this is how this is. So here we need to just understand the operation here, need not too much worry about your waveform, just analyze the circuit and what is the process. When you implement this to any of its application, you will get a more idea about it. Thank you. These are the references here, the MD Singh and the KV Kanchandani Power Electronics here. This is from the reference textbook what VT has mentioned. The other are the Rashid and another Umano, the authors there. So we can have an additional reference of this one. So basic the textbook prescribed by the it is the MD Singh and KV Kanchandani. Thank you once again.